Well, let me tell you something, brother.
And here we go.
I hope you got your shitting pants on.
Because you are about to shit your pants.
Sergeant, you're listening to The Big Picture on all Western New York news and radio. How's that grab you, bitches? Well, all right. Enough of the silly stuff. There's some things that have kind of gone on this week. All right, and I guess how do I want to roll into this? How do I want to, really lay into this show this week? Well, first off, hey, welcome to the program, bitches.
Bitch.
All right. Let me lay it out to you this way. We're going to start right off with that because here's something that I want everybody to be well aware of. I got to clear my throat for this one. So, this segment is basically going to be called the social media sludge hole. Okay. Recently on Facebook, and I hate to be talking all about social media and stuff, but it kind of ties in with me and what I do, as a photographer. All right. So somebody had posted on Facebook recently that they were in search of a photographer. And of course, you always get all these people that start to post, oh, call this person, call this person, call this person. And then you even get some of the, the photographers themselves. Oh, give me a call. I'd be happy to help you with your needs. And that's great. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Here in Western New York, we operate cameras in what is known as a saturated market. A saturated market. So let me just lay it out to you this way. For people who recommended me to this individual, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me that you thought enough about what we did, creating imagery, that you would recommend me to a complete stranger. Okay? You guys are awesome. You people, you photographers out there that post to these people in the hopes of getting the gig for yourself, you people are losers, and it's a bad look. Matter of fact, it is a very bad look. And I will say it one more time. Don't do it. It's not a good look. So the short of this is saturated markets. And we talk a lot about saturated markets and how you basically, stand out in a saturated market, if that's even possible. Well, it is possible. And I know there's a lot of photography coaches out there or people that you can pay to tell you a couple of simple little things. You have to offer a unique service. That's it. That's the secret. The other secret, I'm not telling you because, I don't think anybody would understand it or it's not an answer that people want to hear in the first place. So let's skip that. The reality of things, as far as me as a photographer goes, yes, I am unique and I'm very sorry, but I see all these people getting recommended. And I don't expect to get the gig. And I don't even know if I want it because it's probably a wedding and I'm getting away from doing weddings. It's not worth my time for the payoff. People don't want to pay for a wedding photographer. They want to pay for an $800 iPhone. Okay? Fact remains, I am probably the most expensive photographer in this area. Why? Because I think I'm the best. I am the best. And here's how I know I'm the best. Despite what people may think, and as arrogant as this may sound, my take on things is there isn't anybody else in this region that has had photographs posted in National Geographic. I have. I'm very proud of that. And my thought process is real simple. If I am good enough for National Geographic, I sure as fuck should be good enough for you. That's my take, and I know it sounds like I'm being a dick, but that's okay. I can't worry about what you people think of me.
You people!
And that's just how it is. What's the point of me worrying about it? Because either you're going to book with me or you're not. I can't control that. All I can tell you is that people that do book with me, they love it. You know, they're very happy. And I do everything that I can to make them happy. Trust me, there's a process to what I do. The only way you know the process and understand that is to come in and find out. But where I set myself apart from everybody else is, I promise you, this will be an experience like none you've ever had, you know, in front of a camera before. I know what I'm doing. You know, people need to really start getting it together, I guess. Or, you know, maybe I need to get it together. I don't know. Maybe I'm the fucking loser. I'm just, you know, I'm here bitching because that's what I have to do today.
Bitch.
All right. It's funny, but you know, the whole thing with social media and seeing the posts and getting the recommendations, my heartfelt thanks to those who gave them to me. But the whole thing, every time I see it, it drives me crazy.
That guy's driving me crazy.
And I just look at it and I think, boy, I got to be some kind of a jackass.
Jackass!
And that's it. But thing is, I have my pricing. People always try to talk me down, and I tell them right out, that doesn't happen that way. The price is wrong.
The price is wrong, bitch.
So I'll let it go at that. I'm going to take a very quick break. This is going to be kind of a shorter, big picture. I bet you're thanking me for that right now, okay? Anyway, I'll say it again. If you're a photographer, do not post as yourself to a potential client. It's a bad call. We're going to take a break. We will be right back.
The following legal message is brought to you by attorney Lindy Korn.
Has your supervisor ever told you he needs a hug and then hugs you? And then tells you he fantasizes about you and has a crush on you? And then invites you into his office to watch pornography on his computer? If so, you may be subjected to a sexually hostile work environment.
Call Lindy Korn at 845-5500, 845-5500. When Lindy Korn listens, people talk.
All right, welcome back. Got something a little interesting that I want to talk about today. It's a bit of a sensitive subject, or at least in my opinion it is. All right. It is photography related. I feel like I've been thrown into the pit of misery over it.
The pit of misery.
But then I really got to think about things. I really have to think about things and consider what I'm up against. No, people. Michael Sargent Photography and Associated Photographers. We do not suck.
Oh, no! We suck again!
And we are not a bunch of Now I'm really putting a lot of sound drops in here, but it keeps me from using those colorful metaphors, that I'm well known for. Just in my day-to-day conversation. But something happened to me this week, last week, and it just floored me. I just looked at it and I said, holy Jesus.
Holy Jesus.
It blew me right away, and I just looked at it and I said, what the fuck just happened?
What the fuck is that?
It blew me right out of the water. I mean, I just, what is this?
What is that?
So, I'll break it down to you this way. I can look at it and say, well, now. All right. I talked earlier about my pricing and, I'm not usually flexible with it. That does not mean that I'm a complete jerk, okay? I'm a very giving individual, and I really try to give back or do something nice for people. I think it's a good way to be in life, but I hate it. I mean, I absolutely hate it.
If there is one thing in this world that I hate,
is people who do not have the common courtesy or respect when you do something for people, and it makes me think that I've failed.
But I have failed.
So it puts me in a bad way, and it's because of dickheads like this.
If it wasn't for dickheads like you,
I'd always be a happy guy. But I'm not happy this week, and here's why. A short time ago, I had done some pictures out of the kindness of my heart, and I didn't charge the individual because I'm a nice guy. But as time goes on, I get thinking to myself, I'd really fancy another go with this person.
Do you fancy another go?
And I kind of was looking at a life change. And not mine, this individual's. And I, said, hey, let's do some pictures. Be fun. And I find out that another photographer had already been booked. You know what that is? That is a kick right in the balls, because you don't even get a shot to do this.
All right, now, mommy, daddy button.
It was so bad, I think I shit myself.
did you just soil yourself?
Maybe.
In the end all, this just stinks. It stinks. It pisses me off. It makes me think that why should I be a nice guy? I mean, it stinks.
Oh, even Stink would say that stinks.
It does. And it's not about pumping my own brand or doing anything like that. It's I don't even want to say it's an ego thing. But I like what I do, and a lot of other people do. And it kind of makes me crazy to think that I don't even get that opportunity, considering what a nice guy I was before. I guess maybe I wasn't a nice guy. I don't know. But I got to look at it and say that, I look at what I do and I think it's cool. A lot of other people like it. They think that what I do is pretty cool too.
Oh, everyone likes their own brand, don't they? This is magic.
But like I said, I get a little emotional about this.
Christ, I'm getting all emotional from it,
It's not good. It's not good for me. So I look at it and I think, is this my fault? Is this something I did wrong? Or is it just people in general today? I said it before, I'll say it again. If I was good enough to be in National Geographic, then I certainly should be good enough for people around here. But my phone, don't get me wrong, we are busy. We are doing work. But there's a lot more work that I would like to be doing. So, what do you do? What do you do? I look at it and I say, oh, yeah, sure. Call me up because you want me to do something. You want a little piece of me. You want a little piece of what I do.
Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me?
So, I've determined the fact that I've got to be some kind of a jackass. I mean, just a jackass.
Jackass!
So, I've determined that, the price, being, me doing something for free, it's not the right price.
The price is wrong, bitch.
And I should have known it. So, no more nice guy. I've learned that this is cutthroat. And here I am talking a bunch of shit about, me being a bitch. Just me being a nasty guy. Which
bitch
ain't going to happen. But you learn things. You learn things and you learn things about people. Anyway, look, I ain't really got a lot this week. But I am going to tell you. Next week, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about probably the most famous photographer in the world. He was an inspiration to so many people. And after studying his work, I have a take too. And I'm going to give you my take on none other than Ansel Adams. So I think that'll be, it'll be an opinion, but it may be a different opinion. We all know that, Ansel Adams was famous, and I'll give you a little history about the man. When I actually cover it, I actually have a good conversation about it, but we'll see what you think. Okay. So once again, I want to thank everybody who recommended me on Facebook. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You people are special to me. We created some special images. They are things that I take and carry around in my head with me because I was very proud of the work that we did and the leaps and bounds that people learned about photography doing some of the work that I did. Like I said, I'm not like anybody else. You come into my studio for a headshot or a sports portrait, and this is a process. It's not just, I put you in front of the camera, take your picture, and walk away with your money. It's not like that. I'm working for the money, and that's why I'm the most expensive photographer in the area. Or, allegedly, brother. So, with that being said, next week we will talk about Ansel Adams. I look forward to it, and I'm going to want to hear from you. Okay? So I will give out all the information next week. Short show this week, people. Very short show. Time constraints. Take care. I'm out.
I've got the power!
Like the crack of the whip, I snap attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Nigga like a double rhyme, double on a heavenly level, bang the bass, turn up the treble, radical mind day and night all the time, 714, wise, divine, maniac, brainiac, winning the game, I'm the lyrical Jesse James. Quality, I possess, some say I'm fresh, when my voice goes through the mesh of the microphone that I am holding. Copywritten lyrics so they can't be stolen if they are not. Don't need the police to try to save them, your voice will sing. So peace, stay off my back. or I will attack, and you don't want that.
I've got the power.
Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
Now you see that stand out? Now that is a dirty little bastard.